Hello there. This is the second video in our series for beginners who are interested in learning about Buddhism. Just as a reminder, Buddhism can be basically summarized into three main topics. First, the Four Noble Truths. Second, the Eightfold Path. And third, the 12 links of dependent origination. Once you've really studied and contemplated these three topics, you'll essentially have a 90% understanding of Buddhism. Now, even after understanding these three core areas, it could still take a lifetime to truly realize them and find complete liberation from all the suffering in your life. The historical Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, spent 6 years working to achieve enlightenment and then shared his insights with us about 2,600 years ago. The Buddha's teachings aren't flowery or complicated. They're simple to learn, but they offer the most complete and perfect method for ending all suffering, no matter the nature of that suffering. But here's a really important point. These are truths to be practiced, not truths to be worshipped or blindly revered. Okay, so now we're going to dive right into the main topic of this video, which is the Noble Eightfold Path. The Noble Eightfold Path is the fourth of the Four Noble Truths, which I talked about in the first video, and if you haven't seen that one yet, I'll put a link down in the description for you. The Noble Eightfold Path is also known as the Path of Cessation, meaning the path that leads to the end of suffering. It encompasses 8 different elements. Firstly, there's right view, seeing things as they truly are, understanding the impermanent, suffering, and selfless nature of existence, grasping the law of cause and effect, and comprehending the Four Noble Truths. It means not perceiving things through emotions, superstitions, or selfishness, but seeing them as they genuinely exist. Think about it like this. Someone loses their money. If they don't have right view, they might get all worked up, blaming everyone else or feeling sorry for themselves. But with right view, they understand that, hey, everything is temporary. Losing that money could be the result of something they did in the past, or maybe they just weren't careful enough. They learn to accept what happened, they take it as a lesson, and they don't let the situation drag them down into misery. The second is right thought, correct thinking. Thinking without greed, hatred, and delusion. Nurturing compassion, abandoning the intention to harm others, and nurturing the intention of liberation. It includes 3 smaller elements: thoughts of loving kindness, thoughts of renunciation, thoughts free from ill will. Take this for example. If someone says something mean to you, instead of plotting revenge, someone with right thought would think, that person must be suffering deeply to say something so hurtful. They would also think, I don't need to hold on to this anger. I can choose peace of mind instead. The third is right speech, true words. Speak truthfully, lovingly. Do not lie. Do not speak stabbing, harsh, or frivolous words. Words have the power to create good or bad karma. Think about it this way. Instead of gossiping about a coworker behind their back at a meeting, someone who practices right speech would either address the issue directly with a gentle suggestion, or simply keep quiet to avoid stirring up any bad blood. It's all about choosing your words carefully and thoughtfully. The fourth element is right action, doing the right thing. This means refraining from harming any living being, not stealing, and avoiding sexual misconduct. It involves behaving ethically and compassionately, without causing harm to others or any creature. Think about it like this: you wouldn't get involved in something like hunting, dealing weapons, or selling addictive drugs, right? And if you came across an animal that was hurt, you'd stop to help it out instead of just walking on by, wouldn't you? The fifth principle is right livelihood, engaging in an occupation that is ethical and doesn't harm other living beings. The Buddha advised avoiding 5 trades: dealing in weapons, dealing in human beings, dealing in meat, dealing in poisons, and dealing in intoxicants. Think about it this way. Instead of getting caught up in jobs that hurt others, you could become a teacher, guiding young minds, a doctor, healing the sick, or a farmer, working the land with integrity. Even something as simple as being a salesperson. As long as you're truthful and treat your customers fairly, that's right livelihood in action. It's about making a living without compromising your values or causing harm in the world. The sixth principle is right effort, diligence in cutting off evil, giving rise to good, and maintaining a pure mind. There are 4 types of right effort: preventing evil that has not yet arisen, eliminating evil that has already arisen, developing good that has not yet arisen, and nurturing good that has already arisen. For instance, dedicating some time each day to meditate or recite scriptures can help you cultivate a more positive and virtuous mindset. And when you feel anger bubbling up inside, the key is to recognize it immediately and consciously release it, preventing it from spiraling out of control. The 7th principle is mindfulness or right awareness. Living consciously and being clearly aware of sensations, feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness in the present moment. Avoid letting your mind wander to the past, the future, or into fantasies. Think about it. When you're savoring a meal, really savor it. Focus on the taste, the textures, the aromas dancing in the air. Shut out the distractions, the flickering screen of the TV, the endless scroll of your phone. Simply be with the food. Or, when you're out for a walk, feel the earth beneath your feet with each step. Tune in to the rhythm of your breath as it flows in and out. Don't let your mind become a runaway train, careening off into a million different directions. In every situation, in every moment, the present deserves our full and undivided attention. 8th, there's right concentration, proper meditation. It's about focusing your mind on something real and true like your breath, and getting to a point where your mind is one-pointed, quiet, and not scattered. This is the base that leads to wisdom and freedom. For instance, dedicating just 15 to 30 minutes each day to the practice of breath meditation can be incredibly beneficial in calming the mind, reducing feelings of anxiety, and promoting a general sense of well-being. Furthermore, when the mind is finally at rest and securely anchored, we find it much easier to perceive and understand the true nature of all phenomena that surround us. Recap: the beauty of the Eightfold Path lies in its practicality. It's not just some airy-fairy concept. Think of it as a real-world guide, a step-by-step process designed to be lived. It's all about honing your wisdom, seeing things as they truly are, leading a life of integrity, building good karma, nurturing your inner peace, and ultimately, finding freedom from all the suffering life throws our way. When someone actively embraces the Eightfold Path, here's what starts to happen. The grip of greed, anger, and ignorance begins to loosen. Compassion, wisdom, and a sense of deep inner peace begin to blossom. And, little by little, they begin to untangle themselves from the endless cycle of birth and rebirth. As the Buddha himself so eloquently put it, within every single being lies the potential for enlightenment, for Buddhahood. I have simply realized that potential. I am a Buddha who has already awakened. And you, all beings, are Buddhas in the making, Buddhas waiting to awaken. May you uncover the ultimate truth and find freedom from all the pain and hardship in your life's journey. I encourage you to share your reflections and insights in the comments section down below, and please remember to subscribe to this channel so you can continue to receive guidance and wisdom inspired by the teachings of the Buddha. In my next video, I'll be delving into the profound concept of the 12 links of dependent origination, and I sincerely hope you'll join me then.